They panned for gold, both young and old, in California. They came across the plains in wagon trains by boat to Frisco Bay. There were some fools who came by mules while others came over the sea. From Ireland, China, France they came. The reasons were the very same: to strike it rich in the rich mother lode country. But for nearly all the 49ers, the gold soon ran out. But most settled down to build a farm. This really was true prosperity. So you see, that history's found, though bonanza bound, these folks stayed on to show that the gold rush made our country grow.
January 24th, 1848.
Gold has been discovered in California. Strike up a rip snorter on the piano.
Where'd they find it?
At old man Sutter's place on the Sacramento.
You mean at Sutter's Mill?
Oh, yeah.
American adventurer, this is a big moment for California. The discovery of gold means a big race to California by settlers from all over the United States to stake a claim.
Get the wagons loaded and ready to go.
How about the women and children?
Bring them along, too. We'll all be settling in California.
Adventurer, let's get in our wagon and join the race. We may discover gold, too.
I'm getting a jump on the rest of you critters. I'm leaving now.
So am I.
But I ain't ready yet.
Now, just a minute, men. You're acting like a bunch of hog-tied coyotes. We're gonna do this thing fair and square. Now, all of you line up on that side, and the rest of you line up on this side. And when I fire a shot from my carbine, we'll all start together.
Drive the wagon up in line, adventurer. Good. Now, when you hear the shot, crack your whip, yell, "Get up there," and we'll be off.
All right now, everybody ready? I'll count it off. 1, 2, 3...
Crack your whip. This is a rough race, adventurer. Look out for that rock up ahead. Ooh, that was a close one. We can't lose a wheel or we'll be out of the race. The Sacramento River should be right up ahead around this next bend. Don't drive too close to the edge of this cliff. Let's pass close to that tree. Look out for the limb. Duck! Whew, that was close. There's the Sacramento. And there's Sutter's Mill. Let's pull up here.
You can't stop here. This here is my claim. You'll have to move upstream.
All right, adventurer. We'll stake our claim up here on free property. This looks like a good spot. Let's stop here. Grab your equipment and we'll walk down to the river's edge. Now take the pan, dip it in the water, scoop up a few stones and some sand from the bottom. Have you got it? Good. Now, shake the pan gently until all the water runs out and there's nothing left but sand and stones. There. Now, tip it back and forth, let the sun hit it and see if anything shines bright and yellow. Look carefully. Tip it slowly. There. Adventurer, what's that in the bottom of the pan? It's gold, adventurer. That's what it is. Do you see it? Good work, adventurer. You've been in the famous gold rush and have helped save California for the Union.
They panned for gold, both young and old, in California. They came across the plains in wagon trains by boat to Frisco Bay. There were some fools who came by mules while others came over the sea. From Ireland, China, France they came. The reasons were the very same: to strike it rich in the rich mother lode country. But for nearly all the 49ers, the gold soon ran out. But most settled down to build a farm. This really was true prosperity. So you see, that history's found, no bonanza bound. These folks stayed on to show that the gold rush made our country grow. The Pony Express, the pride of the West. They took just 10 days from St. Joe to Sacramento. The Pony Express, the best in the West. These brave men and horses passed every test. They traveled through savage Indian country. They rode through the Badlands too. They carried mail in hail and snow and thunder. It's a wonder that they got through. The Pony Express, they never could rest. These daring riders rode over 70 miles a day. So make way for the Pony Express. Yahoo!
March 7th, 1861.
American adventurer, here we are in Cheyenne, Wyoming, outside the Chief Dispatcher's office, stage 15 of the Overland Mail Company. That's the Pony Express, adventurer. You see, there's no telegraph west of St. Joe, Missouri, and the United States mail has to get through. So fearless riders on the fastest horses carry the mail pouch in relays. When one horse is exhausted, another rider takes over on a fresh horse. The bravest and fastest rider of them all is famous Buffalo Bill Cody, who has asked you to be here for a very important assignment. Right, Buffalo Bill?
Right! Adventurer, there's a very special message coming through, and when the rider pulls into Cheyenne here, I have to take over and ride the route from Cheyenne to Laramie. This is the most dangerous route today, adventurer, because them Comanche Indians is on the warpath. I want the fastest, toughest hombre with a 6-gun to ride with me today and fight off them Indians. Will you do it, adventurer?
Say yes, adventurer.
Good. Then climb up on my horse with me. The riders are coming in now. We'll speed up alongside him and you grab the mail pouch. Here comes the rider.
Grab the pouch, adventurer. Good work.
Get the message through!
Hang on, adventurer. We're gonna ride like the wind.
This must be a very important message, adventurer. Ask Buffalo Bill, what's the message?
Adventurer, President Abraham Lincoln has just made his inaugural address. The country is in civil war, and we got to get this copy of the president's message through to California, where the people are waiting to hear it.
This is important. You'd better check that 6-shooter, adventurer. Spin the cylinder.
We're in Indian territory now, so keep a sharp eye back there. You never can tell. Indians! Did they get you, adventurer?
Say no, adventurer.
They're coming down over the hill. Start that 6-gun going, adventurer, and keep it a-blazing. You got one. You got 2 more, adventurer. They're dropping like flies. See, they're dropping back already. Soon as we get over the top of this rise, we'll be in Laramie. They won't follow us there. Good shooting, adventurer. We're a-coming into Laramie. Get that mail pouch ready to give to the next rider. Here we come.
Hand it to him, adventurer.
Good work!
We got the message through.
American adventurer, you've ridden with the great Buffalo Bill on the Pony Express and helped open up the United States mail route to California.
The Pony Express, the pride of the West. They took just 10 days from St. Joe to Sacramento. The Pony Express, the best in the West. These brave men and horses passed every test. They traveled through savage Indian country. They rode through the Badlands too. They carried mail in hail and snow and thunder. It's a wonder that they got through. The Pony Express, they never could rest. These daring riders rode over 70 miles a day. So make way for the Pony Express. discovery, discovery made our country great. It took brave men and daring deeds to pave the way for freedom in the good old USA. Columbus set sail across the sea from sunny, sunny Spain. A shorter route to the Orient was what he sought to gain. He sailed due west, and just when it seemed his crew was to mutiny, on the 63rd day of his voyage came this more than welcome sound. Land ho! Land ho! And America he had found. Christopher Columbus, Viceroy of the seas. Christopher Columbus tried to find the rich Indies.
October 12th, 1492.
American adventurer, you are standing on the quarterdeck of the Santa Maria, flagship of the fleet of Admiral Christopher Columbus. We're a 100-ton wooden sailing ship carrying 52 men. Now, look out over the starboard side, adventurer. That's to your right. There's the Pinta, a 50-ton ship. Can you see her, adventurer? She carries 18 men. Now, turn around and look over the port side. That's to your left. There's the Nina. Can you see her? She's the smallest of this fleet, 40 tons, also with 18 men. Adventurer, we left Spain on Friday, August 3rd with the blessings of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella to find a route to the New World. We've been at sea on the Atlantic Ocean for more than 60 days. The crew is very restless, and Admiral Columbus is afraid that there may be a mutiny at any moment. Adventurer, Admiral Columbus is coming up on the quarterdeck. Give the Admiral a salute.
Hello there, adventurer. Glad to have you on board. This has been a long, hard trip, and I need your help.
Adventurer, ask Columbus what's the matter.
The problem, adventurer, is this. I've known for a long time that the Earth is round, like a ball, but this crew believes the Earth is flat, like the top of a table, and that when you reach the edge, you'll fall off into nowhere. Adventurer, if I can sight land and discover the New World, it will prove to these men that I am right, and the Earth is round. But if we don't sight land, the men will believe I am wrong, and they will mutiny, take over the ship, throw us in irons, because they're afraid.
Men of the crew, the ship's compass is deviating. We're coming to the end of the world. We're all gonna fall off.
Men, of course the compass is deviating. We're sailing west, near the equator, but soon we'll be sighting land. You see, adventurer, this is a real emergency. We've got to sight land soon.
He's right, adventurer. Look out over the water. Adventurer, what's that floating down there? It looks like a pole. Lean over and fish it out of the water.
Adventurer, what's that you've got there?
Show it to Columbus, adventurer.
Why, this is a bamboo pole wrought with iron. This means it was made by man. Land must be near. Adventurer, I've got to keep the men calm, so you've got to climb up into the crow's nest and sight land. Will you do that for me?
Adventurer, say, aye, aye, sir.
Good. Now up the rope ladder with you, high into the crow's nest.
Climb the ladder, adventurer.
Men of the Santa Maria, we've just missed the bamboo.
Keep climbing, adventurer. Hold on tight. The crow's nest is only a few more steps. You've made it, adventurer. We're high above the deck of the Santa Maria. Here, take this spyglass. You can see better. Look out over the water for any sign of land. What's that over there? It looks like a light. Do you see the light, adventurer? It may be land. Wait a minute. We're getting a little nearer. It's getting clearer now. It is! It's land, adventurer! Do you see the land over there? Good! Then yell out to Columbus, land ho!
Good work, adventurer! We We prove the earth is round.
Columbus was right. The earth is round.
3 cheers for Christopher Columbus.
Hip, hip, hooray! Hooray! Hip, hooray!
You've done it, American adventurer. You've sailed on the Santa Maria and helped Christopher Columbus discover America.
Christopher Columbus, Viceroy of the seas. Christopher Columbus tried to find the rich Indies. Back in 1775, Americans fought to keep alive the fires of freedom burning bright. And Paul Revere saved the day one night. Paul Revere went riding through the countryside one night, rousing Minutemen and warning that the British were coming all right. He rode all through the Concord country, though it might have meant death, you see. He'd rather have died a free man than live under tyranny. He got that famous flash from old Christ Church in Boston Bay that the British were moving out by sea. He mounted his horse and saved the day. Paul Revere went riding through the countryside one night, rousing Minutemen and warning that the British were coming all right. He rode all through the Concord country, though it might have meant death, you see. And one if by land, two if by sea, went down in history.
April 18, 1775.
American adventurer, here we are in Charlestown, Massachusetts, on the Charles River, overlooking the city of Boston. It's been 150 years since the first colonists came to New England to be free men, but the British still refuse to give these new Americans their freedom. Do you see those two men standing over there talking to each other? That's William Dawes and Paul Revere. Paul Revere is a silversmith by trade, but he's been a strong leader in the fight against tyranny and double taxation by the British. Do you remember the Boston Tea Party a couple of years ago? Well, Paul Revere was one of the leaders who threw British tea into the harbor. But the British only raised the price of tea and other goods so that the American colonists have been forced to band together and agree not to buy anything made by the British. But the British don't like this, and they're going to try to force the Americans to give up their plan.
Hello there, American adventurer.
That's Paul Revere calling you. Let's go over there and see what he wants.
Adventurer, I'm Paul Revere, and this is my friend William Dawes.
Say hello, adventurer.
Adventurer, we've been talking over the situation, and I need your help. The American colonists have stored large supplies of ammunition to fight the British. Now, John Hancock and Samuel Adams are handling that job up in Lexington. But the British have found out about it and are sending General Gage and a force of 1,000 British regulars to march inland, find these supplies, and destroy them to stop the American Revolution. Now, we know that the British are coming, but we don't know which way. This is important because I have to ride the same route ahead of the British to warn the Minutemen along the way to slow down the British march. The signal is going to be given by lantern light. Now, do you see the bell tower of Christ Church across the river there in Boston?
Do you see it, adventurer?
Well, we have a secret agent up in that tower to be a lookout and signal by lantern. 1 lantern if by land, 2 lanterns if by sea.
Do you understand that, adventurer?
Now, I have to go over here and saddle up my horse. So you watch the bell tower for me and let me know the instant you see the signal. All right?
Stand right here, adventurer, and keep a sharp eye. It's a clear New England night, so you should be able to see the light. Adventurer, is that a light in the tower? It is a light. It's 1 if by land, adventurer. Tell Paul Revere it's 1... No, wait. Do you see what I see? There's a second light. It's not 1 if by land. Tell Paul Revere the signal is 2 if by sea.
You're right, adventurer. I see it. The British are coming by sea. My trusty horse is saddled and ready to ride. Hop up here on my horse behind me.
Hop up, adventurer.
I need you to help me warn the countryside. We'll ride the route to Lexington. Get up there!
Hang on, adventurer, and do everything that Paul Revere says.
Our first stop will be at the house on Cobble Hill. The man who lives there is ready to fight at a minute's notice. That's why he's called a Minuteman. Now, as soon as we get there, you jump down off the horse, run up and pound on the door. And when somebody answers, yell out good and loud, "The British are coming." Then come right back, up on the horse, and we'll be off again.
Do you understand that, adventurer?
Here's the house on Cobble Hill. Get ready to jump off. Jump! What's the matter down there? The British are coming. Sarah, hand me the rifle. Thank you for warning me. Ride on, adventurer.
Good work, adventurer.
Next stop, Minute Flats. We'll ride over yonder bridge.
Hang on, adventurer.
Here we go. This is Minute Flats. We'll stop at the town tavern where the Minutemen are gathered.
Get ready to jump off and warn them, adventurer.
Jump!
Hello, adventurer. What's the news you bring? The British are coming, are they? Grab your muskets, Minutemen. The redcoats are on the way. Ride on, adventurer.
Good work, adventurer.
Adventurer, by now General Gage should have some advanced patrols out. Keep a sharp eye for shadows from every bush, tree, or thicket, lest we be ambushed there. Next stop, Lexington.
Adventurer, what's that up there? Something moved behind those trees. It's the redcoats on patrol. Tell Paul Revere it's the redcoats.
Yes, adventurer, I see them. We'll have to leave the main road, jump fences, and head across country to lose them.
Stop! Stop in the name of the crown!
There's no retreat, adventurer. We'll ride through back lanes and lose them at the next stream. Hang on, we're jumping a fence. Look back, adventurer. Are the redcoats still following us?
Yes, they are, adventurer. Say yes.
We'll lose them at the next bend. Cross the stream so they can't follow our tracks. Did we lose the redcoats, adventurer?
We've lost them, adventurer. Say yes.
Good. So it's over the next hill and into Lexington. Hang on. There's Lexington up ahead. We'll ride down the main street. Help me shout it out that the British are coming. The British are coming! The British are coming! The British are coming! Hear that, adventurer? The bells are ringing out the warning. Our job is done.
Good work, adventurer. You've ridden with the famous Paul Revere and helped set America free.
Back in 1775, Americans fought to keep alive the fires of freedom burning bright. And Paul Revere saved the day one night. Paul Revere went riding through the countryside one night, rousing Minutemen and warning that the British were coming all right. He rode all through the Concord country, though it might have meant death, you see. He'd rather have died a free man than live under tyranny. He got that famous flash from old Christ Church in Boston Bay that the British were moving out by sea. He mounted his horse and saved the day. Paul Revere went riding through the countryside one night, rousing Minutemen and warning that the British were coming all right. He rode all through the Concord country, though it might have meant death, you see. And one by land, two by sea went down in his story.